to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Hey, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. It's a number we talk about every video. Vets, I love you. You have a place here. I want you to know that. You have a place in this entire community. This whole knife, sword, blade community welcomes you with open arms. Don't fight this fight alone. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. Scab, how you do that? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Well, today, this is a video response to Capt and Electro and Issac the Noob. They have a 2-knife challenge going on. Now, I love these and I hate these. I love them because I like the communal aspect and you challenge each other. I hate them because I've never just carried 2 knives in my life, but we're going to keep in the spirit of the video. A lot of times guys will do this and they'll put their name on it. They try to rename it. Listen, it's the 2-knife challenge, plain and simple, okay? So we're going to stick to the spirit of the video, and I'm going to pick 2 knives, and it's not the 2 knives you think. One probably is, but before we do that, before we get into that, let me show you. When I go to bed every night, I get my pants or shorts ready for the next day, and I hang them up. So in all fairness, let me show you what I carry. This is on me every day. It's in my pants. So if I run out of the house, these are on me. The other thing is, I'm like Capt and Electro. I'm not running out of the house. But again, to stay in the spirit of the video, but I think it's fair that I show you what I carry every day. The first thing is, this was a gift from Issac the Noob. It's the Buck 110. And this is a fantastic knife. I carry it just about every day without fail. Okay? It like I said, it's on my shorts. So the Buck 110, that's an option, but that's one thing I carry. The other thing I carry every day of my life is an Esse AVISPA. This is the one in SK5. Remember Joe Love gave me one, and Jacob Lamb. I keep one on me and I keep one in the truck. But again, this knife is in my pocket. The other thing is the pillar that D-Bag gave me. Every day. These are very, very light, and I wear, y'all know I wear a lot of the cargo shorts and things like that, the BDUs. So these 2 actually go in my leg pocket. Not really my front pocket, but my, the one down, I don't know what the hell you call it and don't care. I'm sure somebody does and they're typing feverishly. But these 2, they're so light, I put them down here in that side leg pocket and I use them for work or I use them for whatever. Those 2 are on me every day. Then there is the knife, the Medford knife that Capt and Electro gave me. It's always in my left pocket. It is a beast of a knife. Okay? Beautiful knife. I love this knife. S90V, great knife, frame lock. Really, I've gotten to where I just absolutely love this knife, and it's always in my pants pocket. Now, the other day I made a statement. I've never bought a knife for self-defense. That's the truth. God's honest truth. Don't need to. Okay? Having said that, in my right pocket, in my right front pants pocket, I will either carry a Cold Steel or an Emerson with wave technology. Now, what I have today is the Tiger Claw. Again, Jacob Lamb gave me this one. It goes in my right pocket. It has wave technology. This is Emerson wave technology. We're going to call it what it is. So that's there. Now, my other option is options. I'm just showing you a couple things before we get into the meat of the video. Another one that I carry quite often is the Immortal. Right pants pocket. Also, the Russia. Always, always, always. That's about 2 or 3 times. I rotate my Cold Steels in my right pocket or my Emerson. Now, there was a time I carried my Emerson CQC 8 or 7 every day. I still carry it a lot. I still love it a lot. I've had my eye on that Emerson Vindicator, and when I save up some money, I'll get it. But you say, Scab, if you don't carry them for self-defense, why in your right pocket? Because I'm right-handed, and that wave technology makes it quick to deploy. So Do I anticipate needing it for self-defense? No. Why? Because I've used one for self-defense, and if you pull a damn knife, you're going to jail. Now, if it comes down to your life, you know, and guys, Captain Electro touched on this, and everybody touches on this. One of the reasons y'all see me get irritated with the whole self-defense is it's crap. It's just crap. I'm hoping this Monday night on Blade Talk that Cap and Joe and I can sit down and have a good conversation in that manner, and discuss some of that stuff. And maybe I'll get into a little bit more why the whole self-defense thing just wears me the hell out. But having said that, again, because I have been sucker punched a time or two, I keep something with wave technology in my right pocket. It's quick, it's easy to deploy if you're off balance, if you're off kilter. Having said all that, that's what I carry every day. Oh yeah, the CRKT Abaki. I carry it on my belt, I carry it Scout. No, I carry it every single day of my life, whether it's work, church, dinner, wherever. That is, I showed y'all a little, about a month or two ago, that, what's that stupid knife? The one I have a cold steel one, and it escapes me right now. I'll find it. But it's basically, all right, I thought I had one close. I don't, and now it's going to wear me out. Y'all hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. It is the Hideout from Cold Steel. I just, the name eluded me. And this is just a small, a lot of times I've got one for a neck knife. I'll put it in my back pocket. But right now it's that CRKT Abaki. That's kind of that's a last ditch knife. If that knife comes out, I've already made up in my mind I'm going to jail or hell or some heaven somewhere. That is a last ditch knife. If I get irritated with self-defense, why do I carry it? Well, because I have done things in my life, I have been in situations in my life where they could come back on me. So having a little something. Now, this ain't a gun channel. I've never said I hate guns. I've never said I don't have guns. This is a knife channel. If we were a gun channel, I'd show you my guns. We're not. I'm not going to fight. I have to fight like it is to make sure that we stay monetized on things. I'm not about to start that shit. So we're staying in this realm. We're staying in the knife realm. That's what I have on me. Now, I believe the rules are if you had to run out of the house, last ditch, last thing, you can have a fixed blade and a folder. Well, there's a bunch of options, and let's just go ahead and say this. My fixed blade's going to be the Preacher. Everybody knows that. That's not hard to guess, okay? Now, the reason for that, and I put the damn thing where I thought it'd be fast to get to. I swear, I do more dumb shit. Here it is. I put things where they're quick to get to and then can't find them. Why would the Preacher be my choice? Couple reasons. One, it's 7 millimeters thick. It's not breaking. The handles are on solid. After busting about 8 cinder blocks and stabbing street signs and doing everything I did with this thing, the handles finally loosened up. I put probably 10 years of use on this in 5 videos. So my guy Richard took them off. We put the glue, epoxy, whatever you want to call it, and then pinned it with, I believe it's solid copper. Whatever it is, we repinned it. They don't move. So nothing is going, this knife will be there. I can nail with, I think Captain Electro mentioned something that he can nail with. You could do whatever you want with this knife, okay? So this would be my fixed blade because I could baton with it, I can nail with it, I can chop with it. It has a blade that's sharp enough, I guarantee you, I can slice with it. So this would be my fixed blade. Now, a couple months ago, here's where it's going to get a little tricky, and we're going to keep this one under, I don't know, we're going to keep it under something. It's not going to be a long video. A couple months ago, here's would have been my 2 options. here would have been a few options. Okay, it had either been my folder would have either been the CQC7, which I absolutely love this knife. It is a brutal workhorse of a knife. 154 cm, just tremendous knife right here. And like I said, I want to get that Emerson Vindicator so bad, and I will when I save up for it. But it's got some aggressive jimping right here, just a hell of a work knife. The other option would have been my CQC8. Again, wave technology, super sharp, and this thing's been through the ringer, you can tell. People always wear me out about stuff. Don't worry about my shit. Mine gets used, okay? Mine don't sit on a shelf, put it in my pocket to show people. My stuff gets used. Hashtag we use ours. 10 years from now, I may start collecting them to collect them. That ain't happening now. So it would have been the CQC8. Y'all know we were going to say go off on some kind of tangent. Or it would have been the Raja 2. This is still my favorite pocket knife. This right here is my favorite pocket knife. The people who tell you they're not practical have never carried one. I can do whatever you can do except carve a damn head, Captain Electro, which I'm not giving up on that. I'm still doing that. It's just not with this knife. But this would have been my option. And let me say this. If I was going to carry this, if I was going to carry the K-Bar Big Brother, okay? Love this knife, dude. When I see K-Bars, I love K-Bars. Are there better options? Sure. But there's something about a damn K-Bar. There just is. I think of my grandfather when I see K-Bars, who fought in World War II. I think of John Wayne. I really do. I love John Wayne. And the sands of Iwo Jima. When I see those Marines on Iwo Jima and Guadalcanal, and I see our boys over in Europe carrying K-Bars. There is something, I will always have a K-Bar. There's just something about it. The damn thing's probably been in service over 100 years. Again, are there better options? Sure. But there's just something about them. And if this was one of my choices, and believe me, let me say this very quickly. One of the reasons I always hammer this home, guys, use your knife. Practice with your knives. Because you may not have the option. What happens if shit hits the fan, like for really real, like which most people have no clue about, shit is kicked, and you got to grab a knife. Well, if you got a knife you never used, you're in trouble, Hoss. Okay? Not the end of the world trouble. If you've used knives before, you'll know what to do. But there's something about using your equipment, knowing what it's going to do. I know this knife. I use this knife a lot, and I like it. If I carried this knife, something with a thinner blade, that I could dress out game and do all that, I probably would carry the Raja 2, because I'd have something that I could really, really bang and bash and chop with. And this is a good slicer too, but this is a hell of a chopper. So there's that. Same thing if I carried, the Plan A buoy from Condor. Okay? If I carried this knife, then I may consider carrying the Raja 2. This is a great knife and will be a great fixed blade option. Sharp as hell, love the blade, thick blade stock, full tang construction. I love the Plan A buoy, but I'm carrying the Preacher. So I've got a banger, I've got a clanger, I've got a crusher. So I don't need another one. I need something that I can dress out game or I can do whatever with. I need a small knife or a thin knife, a sharp knife. For me, my new option, my new go-to, it's not a $200, it's not $100. For me, guys, straight up, honestly, it's my Esse AVISPA. If I had to have two knives, it's the Esse AVISPA. I love this knife. This knife can do whatever you want. Now, this is my SK5 version. Like I said, I got two. I got one from Joe over at Steel Forged and Fire Sword and Knife, and I got one from Jacob Lamb. I got my original Esse AVISPA from D-Bad, my D2, and that thing's still razor sharp, still shave you. So those are my two options: my Esse AVISPA and my D-Bad Preacher. And let me just pass the challenge on. This is an open challenge, not really directed at anybody, but directed at everybody. What, in the spirit of the video, what would be the two knives you carry? Y'all let me know. Hey, last thing before we go. I told y'all not too long ago, if you get Joe to Steel Forged and Fire sword and knife to $450, I'm going to give away this Wounded Warrior Swiss Army knife. This is badass. Captain Electro donated this to the channel. Get him to $450 and I'll give this away. Do I want to? No, I want to keep it. But Capt donated these to give away, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, the other thing is this, guys. My guy, Wyatt Hines, I reviewed his knife that he sent me, or that I got from him. I did 2 videos on it. I love that knife. Love Wyatt. He's a good dude. Wyatt's sitting at about 80 subs. That's criminal. So here's what I'm going to do. The other day, JR sent me a bunch of knives. He sent me this CRKT pillar. This thing is just straight up sweet, man. It's razor ass sharp. It really is. All I did is ran a strop over it, and it sliced paper thin and meat. This, I love this knife. Y'all get Wyatt to 120 subs. 120. That's 40. I need 40 people to go sub to Wyatt. 120 subs and I will send this out. You got to be sub to Wyatt. You got to be sub to me. And for the one on Joe, you got to be sub to Joe. You got to be sub to me. You got to be sub to everybody. Let's do a giveaway. Huh? Let's go now. 120 subs for Wyatt. 450 for Joe. And I'm going to give away 2 cool ass knives. Like I said, guys, I can't outgive this community, but I'm damn sure going to try. Hey, my guy Mikey says it best. He says, Scab, never give up, never surrender, and everything will be all right. And Mikey's true. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son. I'm still here, son. I hate technology.